Wait, stop scrolling. I'm using the power of my mind to predict that we're going to have the most awesome guest ever.
Stay tuned. Hi, and welcome to the ArtsFam Podcast.
The only show of its kind that spotlights the arts and entertainment scene in Southern Maryland.
We're your hosts, Lindsey Pommerenck and James LePore.
Could be.
And every week we bring you a list of all the fun things you can do this week in Southern Maryland. Plus, we bring you an exciting guest. As you're always saying, James.
If you expect the unexpected, doesn't that make the unexpected expected?
I mean...
All right, but I also
Wow.
say there is more to do here in Southern Maryland, Lindsey, than people have time to do. And we know it's true, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of, let's get started on that. We have Salsa on the Vine on February 23rd at 6:30 p.m.
And is that the one I'm teaching?
No.
No.
I think people are thankful.
Can't dance. Can do a bunch of things, but can't dance.
So that's at Port of Leonardtown Winery. We love Port of Leonardtown.
We do.
Says that instructor Robin Santiago will have a beginner's class, 30 to 45 minutes, that will teach you basic steps, leading, following, ladies' turn, gentleman's turn, and up to cross-body lead. And then they're going to open the floor after the lesson for salsa, merengue, bachata, and cha-cha music. And it says you don't need to bring a partner, and it includes a glass of wine or seasonal warm beverage.
Nice. So they give you 45 minutes to learn how to dance. Then they just turn you loose.
I mean, yeah.
And you just start dancing with everybody.
It's fabulous. Okay, so something I don't think you know about me.
What?
When I was in college, I took ballroom dance class.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and let me tell you, if you've never taken a ballroom dance class...
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I didn't say I was good at it. I just said I've taken it.
You know what? I knew we were meant to be friends.
Yes, of course.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's everything. Okay.
Do you realize how stupid you would look sitting here talking to an empty chair? So...
But yeah, all that to say, salsa, that's where it's at. And if you go there and there's somebody, people are going to show up who are ready to show off because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if you get a good lead, they can throw you around that dance floor. It is the coolest thing on earth. Something as simple as like a little like movement on the back and you know where to go.
Well, it's also like a show, too, watching people dance.
So go to that. That sounds fabulous.
You know what else they should go to? They should go to a concert that's got a whole bunch of our friends in it from the theaters, right? It's called the Princess Concert. This is February 24th, which is a Saturday at 7 p.m., and it's Princess Concert. It's at St. Mary's College of Maryland. It's an evening of beautiful singing inspired by your favorite fairy tale movies and plays in a casual setting. Featuring Sherry Fenwick, who we just saw playing piano at NTP, on piano, and the vocal talents of Sarah Gravel, Becky Norris-Coon, and Ben Simpson. So we know them from NTP and PTP.
Yes, so all the talent. You need to go to that.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
Next, on February 22nd, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., there's a Learn to Make Soap at Rootbound Farms.
Soap.
Yeah.
How do you make soap?
I mean, I don't know, but that's why you have to go. You
Yeah.
can learn how to make soap.
I want to know.
Right? That takes place at Southern Maryland's oldest production craft brewery. It says, join us and Rootbound Farms as Woody shows us how the soap making process works.
Wow.
Plus offers some of his own awesome soap for sale too. Grab a pint and learn a skill.
Now that is something new and different.
And so unique.
Yeah.
I love it. I love when we get something just off the wall,
Yeah.
I get so bored sometimes doing the same song and dance every weekend or in this case on a Thursday. Here's something cool to go do.
She wakes up in the morning and the first thing she thinks of is, I want to make soap.
100%.
I knew it.
What you got?
And I've got February 24th, again Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. We're all about empowering, right? The self. Right?
Yes,
This is awesome.
course.
It's called Destroying the Superhero That Lives Within. Ooh. It's at Old Washington Road, Waldorf. Just Google this and you'll find out. Join us for an epic event where we'll be destroying the superhero that lives within. It's time to unlearn behaviors and habits that embrace a life absent of a self-care plan.
Ooh.
Prepare for activities, challenges, and a chance to embrace a plan of love. Don't miss out on a one-of-a-kind experience that will leave you feeling invincible.
I love that.
Isn't that good?
You know, because I don't know about you, but for me, it's especially as a parent and podcast host and producer, I forget to take care of myself a lot. So to have a workshop where you can be in the same boat with other people, I think that's fabulous. Next, on February 24th, which is a Saturday at 5:30 p.m., there's a full moon hike. And that is at Biscoe Gray Heritage Farm in Prince Frederick. It says, leave the flashlights at home and join us under the luminous glow of the moon, where nature becomes our guiding light. This full moon earned its name because the month of February typically signifies the peak of winter's beauty, which is called a snow full moon.
Do we not bring you the most unique and different things to do?
Right.
And you thought we were just going to say go to the movies and make soap. No.
That's so interesting. Like, I love hiking, and I don't know about you, but whenever I happen to be outside during a full moon, just staring up at that thing and thinking, how small are we? We're just like these little ants in this massive galaxy. And when I look at the moon, I'm like overcome in complete awe of the beauty of nature.
I love hiking. But you know what you can do?
What?
You can go on February 24th, which again is Saturday, right? I mean, you better like take vitamins or something because if you want to do everything here. February 24th, 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., something again different, right? It's a painting workshop. You bring your own furniture to Cecil's Country Store, which is a cool store, Indian Bridge Road in California. Bring a small piece of furniture and we'll teach you how to prepare and paint your piece. A workshop includes paint to be used during the workshop, and you should have some left over to take home to use on another project or give to your kids.
That's the coolest.
Isn't it?
Again, so unique.
We're going to paint this table, okay?
All right, next, on February 22nd, from 6 to 9 p.m. at No Time to Cook, which we've talked about them before. Such a cool local business. They're doing presidential favorites. It says our chef instructor will not only let you in on some of our president's favorite dishes, but also teach you how to make a variety of these delicious and sometimes unusual favorites.
This business, every week, I mean, we literally could report on what they're doing every week because it's always something like off the wall cool.
They're so cool.
And that's a really good one. On February 23rd at 7 to 8:30 p.m., they're having a double-A cabaret. Ooh. Also at St. Mary's College, Larry Vogt and Joan McFarland will present a year's edition of double-A cabaret. Ooh. Students will perform jazz and pop standards accompanied by a professional jazz combo. Ooh. And there's going to be 2 showings. You can also go Saturday 24th after you do all those other things from 9 to 10:30. That's
great that you have 2 options. Next, on Friday, February 23rd at 6:30 p.m. at All American Steakhouse right here in Waldorf, down the street from the studio, is a paint night epic eye. The project is instructor-led, and it will guide you through a pre-sketched thing. I don't know. Have you ever been to a paint night?
No, but and they're talking about actually painting an eye because I saw pictures online. So
so some paint nights are where you paint from scratch, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's some like this one where it's pre-sketched and they give you colors, but you have more freedom to do what you want and not feel so pressured to make sure you listen to every single thing the instructor says. And it's just more chill and laid back.
I like it.
And I think it's perfect, especially for a steakhouse. So you're enjoying your meal, you're lazily, let me paint this little thing, let me let this dry.
It's the adult version of Color by Numbers.
Heck yeah. Love that.
There's an event from February 23rd to 25th that is got so much going on that it's on 3 index cards.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. It's to explore and honor the legends of St. Mary's County, including Leonardstown mysterious maven, Moll Dyer. That name keeps coming up all the time.
Does.
You get to search for clues around town for the scavenger hunt. Okay? All weekend long, you can visit the Old Jail Museum and Leonardtown Visitor Center and get free tours 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. New View Fiberworks. Discover the art of yarn spinning, a classic demonstration, and hands-on experience. Then you can go to Town Hall, and this is the best, this is my favorite.
Okay.
Town Hall, Paranormal Investigations with the Burks. Ooh. Explore some of the town's most haunted sites. And, you know what's even better than that?
What?
8 p.m. at the Rex Theater is famous Mentalist Alain Nu.
Ooh.
Seriously, you know who he is.
I do. I
It's-
wonder why we know who he is.
I don't know, but I mean, can you imagine if we ever had a guest that famous?
Well, we would be unstoppable, wouldn't we?
People would be talking about the podcast even more than they already do.
Oh my goodness,
So,
I think you're right.
We'll cross our fingers.
And then finally, on my end of things, we have Meowing at the Moon at the Feline Pellets Cat Cafe.
How many are you going to take home this time, Lindsay?
That is on February 24th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. James always likes to rip on me because we have a lot of cats and I like to go to the cat cafe as much as I can. But you know what? You're one to talk.
Yeah, but the cat you did bring home
I
is
did
adorable and fluffy.
I
And
know, one-eyed, and his name is Fenrir. And
Fen, what?
Fenrir.
What is that?
So he's named after wolf god of death that is in Norse mythology.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
He eats the world during Ragnarok, which is their apocalypse event. But he has the colors of a wolf, and he has one eye. So I was like, he has to have an epic name. So Fenrir.
It's not often that I'm so stunned I don't know what to say.
Yay!
The
New
cat that
skill
eats the world.
unlocked.
I think we should get to our guests, don't you think?
We should. Yeah,
We'll be right back.
stay tuned. Welcome back.
Guess what?
What
Guess who's here?
could it possibly be?
It could be. Even though we teased it earlier.
Could it possibly be Mentalist Alain Nu?
The man who knows.
Oh my god, guys, we have Alain Nu here. Hi, Alain.
Hey, great
This
to
is
be
all
here.
she's been talking about for like a week. It's a lot.
No, it's been more than a week.
I guess so.
More to the tune of like a month.
But thank you for being here.
Well, it's nice to be here.
We've been chatting away immediately.
Yeah, thinking, oh my gosh, we should have the camera filming already.
But then it'd be a 2-hour show.
Yeah, y'all don't want to sit through a 2-hour show. We're both magic, mentalism, all the thing nerds, and we're super excited.
Nice.
I feel like we gotta start at the beginning. Tell us your story. When did magic start for you? How'd you get into it? And then just how did you get here?
I'm Asian American. I'm half Vietnamese and half Chinese. Both of my parents were studying library sciences out of the University of Wyoming, Laramie, back in 19... and eventually I was born in Monterey, California, just outside of San Francisco. As I got older, I was interested in all the kinds of things that children were interested in, superheroes and people with magical powers and stuff. And by the time I was 7 or so, my father really wanted me to start reading more. He, by then, was working at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., and he said, I work in the largest library in the world, which basically means
Yeah.
that whatever you want to learn, I can give you books on that subject. Immediately I said, well, can you get me books on magic?
Yeah.
And that would be the obvious thing, at least to most 7-year-olds, I'd imagine. So he did actually bring me back a whole bunch of books. He brought back a variety of different stuff just because he wasn't sure exactly what I would be interested in. Some of it was stage illusionists and books about Harry Houdini and stuff. And I became really interested in the idea of creating my own magic show for people. By then I was learning from those books, and I started to realize that I'm good at reading magic books. Okay, the thing about magic books, and you were talking earlier how you were interested in magic.
Oh yeah.
As you know, reading through the instructional aspect of a magic book is very, very instructional, like beyond IKEA. And there's all kinds of stuff that you need to know about. There's a psychology to it. I became really good at it, whereas lots of really intelligent people might open up a magic book and start to read it and just instantly get bored. It was the opposite thing for me. That led me to reading more and more about magic. And I think what happened was, as I met more magicians, they were impressed by the fact that I had a knowledge of magic that was unlike most people who would be just interested in magic.
Well, because there wasn't Google at that time, so it wasn't like anybody could hop on their phone and go, let me learn all of this.
Right.
You had to wait for the library to open.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because you're right. There is kind of a community of magicians, and I don't even know how they find each other, but eventually there is a certain whisperings about certain books that you should look out for. There is a way of being able to be guided towards being a magician that's actually kind of fun and interesting and unusual. When you meet somebody who has been inspired by the same teachings that you've been inspired, there's an immediate kinship that takes place.
So cool.
And it does happen. It's funny, especially now with the internet. I mean, I meet lots of people who I don't really know at all, but just based on the fact that we learned from the same writings, it really does create this new bond between these people.
Mentalism, obviously, the whole thing of it is you appear to read people's minds, right?
That is an aspect of it, yeah.
Okay, it's an important aspect. Is there anything mystical to it, or is it purely you have essentially hacked human psychology and body language, and that's how you do it?
She's asking for the secrets.
Well, okay.
Don't tell me the secrets, but just, is there anything mystical?
The answer to that question would honestly be yes and no. Because here's the thing, right? It's interesting just because you can either look at it like, yes, there's something mystical about it, and there's really hardly anyone who can argue that with you. Whereas if you say, no, there's nothing mystical about it, there's really no one who can argue against that either. It's really about what you believe in. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, because in the very end, you're just kind of like, so what do you believe?
So if you want to believe that he's really reading your mind, it's you leave the theater with that feeling, and that's a good thing.
And if you don't want to believe, then you don't have to either. That gives you freedom of choice. But I think that the most interesting thing about it is if you actually decide to pontificate on that subject matter, makes you realize just how important belief is.
Have you ever used anything that you use in your mentalism act in real life? I mean, for real life purposes. Perhaps had to persuade somebody to do something?
Well, yeah, definitely. I persuaded my girl to marry me.
Very good. Great answer, too. But other than that, you never had to...
So the thing is, when you want to get into the nuts and bolts of how to bring it into reality, you would end up in the world of, say, hypnosis or neurolinguistic programming. You can improve your athletic abilities. You can improve the way your memory. You can improve all kinds of stuff about yourself. And then you can also learn how to potentially even manifest things in your life. In hypnosis, there are empowering tools that you would take in order to build confidence. On the, more extreme end of that, it literally lets you know that what you can conceive and believe you can achieve, right? The idea is that you can do whatever you want, and you can manifest the things in your life to be real. If you want to bring love into your life, you can learn to attract love into your life. If you want to make more money, then you can attract more money, and by being able to tune your mind into a particular focused thought. Some people are skeptical of those types of things, but I think that there's nothing more that you can do than put your mind to things.
Yeah.
And when you do, and you find out that it has results, then who can you argue with?
So, what is the coolest experience that you've ever had with an audience member?
Cool things happen to me on a regular basis. The last show that I performed in, I put in this demonstration of what I call questions and answers. Basically what it is that you get your entire audience to fill out a little index card and ask a question of their choice. The idea is if they had an opportunity to ask a psychic a question or a mentalist a question, what would they ask them? And please write it down over here. We'll collect the cards and we'll see if we can answer your questions. Sometimes the questions have to do about life and about stuff like that. Sometimes the questions are challenging questions, like what's the name of my son and stuff like that. It's interesting because there are times when I'm answering people's questions, it's not 100%, but there are times in which if I feel like I'm kind of on a roll, I can ask, give me a clue as to what your son's name is. I remember doing a show in Farmville, Virginia at Hampton University, and this person asked, well, what's the name of my son? And the first thing I thought of was Jay, and he kind of looked at me like, okay, like, I think you might be on the right track. And then I just went, is your son's name Jaden? And the guy literally flipped out and I didn't have any idea why that name was coming.
It's not a common name.
Exactly. No. Why did it enter my mind? And how did I know that was his son's name?
Yeah.
And when things like that happen to me, I don't really even know how I did it. Sometimes you got to try. Sometimes you got to put in the effort. And sometimes something amazing happens that even amazes you. And so now here's the other thing. Other times it's not going to work out. Other times it's going to end up being something else. I guess what's cool about seeing a show like this is that for you to be in the audience observing this, not everybody gets to see a mind reader or a mentalist when they go out and spend a Friday Saturday night at a place. What I try to deliver people is that kind of amazement. I try to give people that amazement where they're just wondering, is it going to work? And when it does actually happen, it's a really beautiful thing.
Do you bring people up on the stage to do various things?
Yeah, people come up on the stage. There's lots of interaction, lots of chances to challenge me.
And
and I'm sure they try.
Yeah, they do. It's fun.
How long is the show alone?
It lasts a little bit over an hour.
Okay.
I mean, I wish it was longer.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of mentalism, though. I mean,
I was like, be 2 hours. But okay, we'll take an hour.
Well,
Speaking of, I see a spoon here.
There is a spoon.
Are you
is it one of Lindsey's spoons? Oh, you brought that.
No, I didn't.
Well, you can look at it to make sure that even though it's not one of Lindsey's spoons, it's just
I have never seen this done live. So
it's a stainless steel spoon.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I trust you.
I mean, it feels sturdy. Like, feel it. Like,
Yes.
it's sturdy. Yeah.
Here, I'll tell you what. Yeah, so make sure that it's just an ordinary spoon. I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I don't want you to think anything's hidden up my sleeves. I do what I'm about to do.
Honestly, right? I think this is the same kind of spoons I grew up with, actually. So, yeah, no, I know these kinds of spoons.
What an interesting anecdote.
I know. Isn't that weird?
So the idea behind bending metal is that you want to create the most amount of energy with a minimal amount of effort. Here, to make sure that's going to remain your spoon, take this pen and just write your name on the center of the bowl of the spoon.
Okay. All right.
Okay, perfect. And underneath that, how about we'll write a big 2024 to timestamp this moment.
Okay. All right.
And I'll take the pen back.
Okay.
Hand it to James so he can take a look.
Okay.
Lindsey, 2024.
All right.
Looks good to me.
Is it okay if we show the audience?
Yeah, show the audience. Make sure that the audience sees.
All right. So, Lindsey, 2024.
Okay. Now, Lindsey, you're right-handed, yes?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a mind reader. I'm also very observant. Okay, so here, hold your right hand out flat and place your left hand directly on top like this. Okay, close your eyes. I'm going to touch your hands very, very lightly, and I want you to count how many times you feel me touch your hands, but don't count out loud. Just count in your mind, okay? Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Okay. Okay, every time you feel me touch your hands, you're counting in your mind, okay? Not your leg, but your hands, okay? So anytime you feel me touch your hands, you're counting in your mind. Now, are you counting at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Keep counting. In fact, open your eyes. How many times did you feel me touch your hands?
6.
6 times, so top and bottom in different places.
Yeah.
6 times total.
Yeah.
How many times did you see me touch your hands?
0. They weren't even close to your hands.
What? Where were they?
No, it's kind of around your hands.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Here, close your eyes again.
Okay.
I'm going to hold one hand on the bottom, one hand on top. When I count to 3, I want you to push your palms together. 1, 2, 3. Pushing your hands together. Do you feel the spoon like it's pushing upwards, like it's getting taller between your hands?
A little bit.
Like it's kind of bending in the middle, right? Kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Okay, open your eyes. That spoon has been between your hands the entire time. It didn't touch her at all, even though she felt like 6 times, right? Bring your hands apart. I can already see. Look.
Yeah, I mean, I felt it bending.
Look at this. The spoon has actually bent.
That is a bend. Oh, that's incredible.
And I felt my arm like shaking.
Show the audience. Lindsey, 2024. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Whoa.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
So again, the most amount of energy with a minimal amount of effort. The Chinese call it qigong. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll do it a little bit more over here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. How? Oh my god.
Okay. You're doing that, and I'm thinking everything I ever learned about magic. Maybe he's doing this, maybe he's doing that. But I just watched that spoon bend.
Literally.
Right. The idea is the power of intention.
Oh my god.
And as you can see, the spoon droops like a wilted flower.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah!
This just might be one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Oh no! Are you gonna twist it? No. Okay.
No, take a look.
it's not even like hot
No!
or anything like that. It's
Right,
just
right.
like
it hasn't
normal.
gotten, and it hasn't gotten flimsy either.
No,
right? I mean,
no.
No, you would have
it's
had to
like-
really work at that, Lindsay. To put it bend. I mean, oh my gosh, that
I mean,
was.
so the truth of the matter is, you can take a spoon like this and physically unbend it using muscle.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now, just so you can see.
Yeah.
No, it takes a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's try something that would be humanly impossible, or at least seemingly so. So rather than bringing the energy outwards, let's imagine spiraling the energy inwards.
Okay. Oh,
Now you can see ever so slowly,
I'm seeing it.
ever so subtly, so it's rotating on its vertical axis. No effort at all between my thumb or forefinger. Just continues to rotate, continues to spin. When it stops, look, the spoon is actually twisted about 180 degrees around at the center, right?
Alain's fingers never moved. I'm watching everything very.
Guys.
I don't know what to say
Oh
about
my
this.
god. It's
I think you
At
just
the
made
Rex.
Lindsay.
Okay.
On what, the 23rd and 24th?
Wow.
Right?
oh my god. Oh my.
For once in my life, I don't know what to say. I mean, that was absolutely incredible. I've never seen that live. I've never seen it done so well. I never would imagine.
Well, the thing is that it's part of my show. The
Right.
idea is to realize that when it comes to mind-bending powers or anything mental, it's really about the power of your willful intent. And so this is a perfect example of how we can use our willful intent to change reality using the powers of our minds.
I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned.
My brain is just trying to wrap around.
It's hard to comprehend what we just saw.
Oh my god.
And I'm sure the audience, when they watch this show, they're probably gonna play it back, rewind a few times, and
If you guys need an endorsement to go see this show, hi.
we
this
will
is
pick you
it.
up. We will pick you up
This
and
is it.
bring you there.
This is it. Oh my god. Oh.
Hey, while we're on the subject of spoons, I hear this some story that has to do with 100 spoons.
Yes,
Can you tell us about
Oh,
that?
Tell us
yes,
that.
yes. About 2 years ago, I was performing at the Alexis Park, which is a hotel in Las Vegas. They had a bunch of little showrooms that people would go to. It actually opened up as a showroom venue during the pandemic. When I first came back in November of 2020, there was very, very few venues that were open to the public. This was a place that decided that they would take the bull by the horns and try to entertain these people, since Las Vegas was just jonesing for some kind of audience to come. They hired me, and I ended up doing my show, The Man Who Knows, there, and it ran for 100 shows. So
Wow.
it was lots of fun. I became very busy in Las Vegas during that time. I ended up becoming TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Award winner.
Wow, right on.
Yeah, puts me at the top 10% of attractions worldwide.
Oh my
And so-
God.
I can see
Yeah.
why. And this is what people can expect when they come to see your show. Yes.
I mean, the
That's
fact
right.
that Southern
A top 10%
Maryland.
show.
Oh my god, Southern Maryland. Oh my god.
Right on.
Now this is at
You
the
hear
Rex,
that?
Oh!
the Rex Theater, Friday and Saturday.
8 p.m., 23rd and 24th.
Right, go to the Rex website or Facebook page
Mhm.
and find out how to get tickets, because obviously you're not going to want to miss
Oh my
this,
god.
this man. Look,
Guys, this isn't enough. I need to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
bring
be
your
surprised if
friends.
you look out and
Bring your
we're
family,
there.
bring your friends, definitely.
I'm sure you're going to pack the house.
And it's a good show. It's a family-friendly show in the
Yeah.
sense that it's not risque or anything
Yeah.
like that, even though I am from Las Vegas.
Oh.
Actually, that's normally one of the questions we ask guests. Is it okay for kids? But then I wasn't going to ask it because I thought, well, the Rex, I don't know if they
Yeah,
let
I mean,
kids
an 8
in.
p.m.er and
Right,
Yeah, but it is, just so they know, it is okay.
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, I always say 12 and up with a fake ID.
Great.
That's great. I think it's hubris to think that we can explain absolutely everything that we encounter in the world and just, oh, this is logical. And there are too many things to experience, and to think that a human can explain it all is just ridiculous. So that's why I love what you do.
Yeah.
That's why I love what I do.
And that sense of amazement, I feel like we are so accustomed to it when we're children. And then when you become an adult, very few things can give you that sense of wonder anymore. So someone like you, like a magician, whether they're a mentalist, a hypnotist, sleight of hand, whatever it is, you're able to awaken that sense of childlike wonder that is so hard for an adult to experience sometimes.
Yeah.
So, thank you for what you do. Thank you for studying and honing your craft in such a way that you can bring that joy.
Yeah, thank you for seeing that. That's really the purpose, in my opinion, of what and why I do what I do, is to just give people that experience and to make them realize that there's a lot to continue to learn as you continue to live our lives.
Southern Maryland's going to go crazy over this.
Oh my God.
2 shows.
Oh my God. And please do, guys, because we're both like super into magic of like all kinds. So we want more magicians in this area. So pack the house both nights.
Yep.
Yes.
Tell the Rex you want more magic because we want more magic. So help us out.
Do you do? So you do the spoon bending as part of your act?
That people will see metal bend.
Can I just say again that I was watching you so carefully,
I was
and
too.
I was expecting some sort of
there's gonna be,
angles
like,
of force or
something,
what,
yeah.
and there was
No.
nothing. The thing just bent
It was
right in front of us.
magic.
There's different types of magic. There's sleight of hand magic. There's mentalism.
Yeah.
There's children's magic. There's
Mhm.
so many different types of genres. I like to choose the genres that amaze the most. In fact, before I take off, would you like to see one more thing? I happen
Please.
to have here a pack
Please.
of cards.
Okay.
And I went through this entire talk without talking to you about cards. But I figure what I'll do is share with you a few things about cards that maybe
Can I check them?
you may.
You skeptic.
Well, no, because I know that if
I
I was
know.
watching, I would be like, no, I want to make sure that these are real cards.
Okay. Do they seem
Okay.
like a legit deck of cards to you?
Yeah.
Look normal to me. Let's see the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just look
also.
like regular playing cards. Yeah, nothing funky here.
And I'll tell you a few things about cards that you might not know.
Okay.
So a deck of cards is actually a lot like a calendar when you think about it. There's 4 suits to a deck of cards. There's just like there's 4 seasons to a year. There's 52 cards in a deck, just like there's 52 weeks in a year. And if you were to take all the cards and add them, so if aces equal 1, and then add +2, +3, going through the numbers, jacks equal 11, queens 12, kings 13, you end up with 364, which is just 1 day shy of 365 days in a year. That's kind of interesting, right? I mean, who figured that out?
Somebody with a lot of time.
Somebody, well,
Yeah.
ask the U.S. Playing Card Company. And so here's the thing. I'll take these cards and we'll give them one final cut here. And I'll do this as a way of showing you how randomness can sometimes come together. Are you familiar with the term abracadabra?
Yeah.
You know what it means?
Mm-mm.
It actually has an ancient meaning. It means I create as I speak. And so that's interesting because it kind of makes you wonder, maybe all the words that we speak are magic words towards manifesting the things in our lives, right? Maybe the better speakers we are, the better magicians we become.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can will something or speak something into existence.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what, have you start, James, by choosing either diamonds, clubs, hearts, or spades. One of those 4 suits comes to your mind. What
Clubs, please.
pops into your
Instantly.
mind?
Clubs.
Okay, that's interesting because clubs actually is the symbol that represents manifestation itself, and that was the subject matter that you were most interested in. So the 3-leaf clover, and let's see what we can manifest. In fact, you get to choose one of the values for clubs. It could be the ace of clubs or the 2 or the 3, any of the numbers, any of the letters, jack, queen, king of clubs.
Okay.
What would you just call
Queen.
out? Sorry?
Queen.
Queen of clubs. There's no way that I'd be able to influence
No.
the fact that you would say clubs, right?
No,
Yeah,
of course
no.
not. No.
Or the fact that you would say queen, right?
Right.
So here's the thing. I'm going to have you, here, hold your hand out, okay? And just put this right here. Hold your other hand on top, okay?
Okay.
And here, just do it like this. Just kind of wave your left hand over the other cards. Say,
Okay.
Queen of clubs,
Queen of clubs.
manifest thyself.
Manifest thyself.
Okay, now take all the cards and turn them over.
Okay.
Boom.
Guys, it's the Queen of Clubs!
I don't know what to say.
So I speak as I create. I create as I speak. I create as I speak.
Okay, that's 2 insanely fabulous things. That,
Oh my-
that-
What is our lives that we get to do this?
I know.
That we get to talk to someone like this?
And the weirdest thing is that entire deck is just Queen of Clubs.
Shut up.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. I'm about to say, I would have lost my mind. Okay.
I couldn't imagine what was going to
I
happen
thought of
too.
any
I'm-
one of these cards, but
I
you thought
know.
of the Queen of Clubs. It's crazy, right?
How? How?
I don't know what to say. But I'm sure going to try to say something on Facebook about this.
There you go.
This
Say
is
something on
two
social
of them.
media.
Oh, believe me, we'll blow
Come
it
to
up.
the Rex.
This is two of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Oh my God, do you have any other questions?
I can't even think of my own name right now. So I'm still thinking about this, but no, I actually.
Did I get them all? Did I? James, I can't even put thoughts together right now.
You know what? We're just lucky that Alain gave us this amount of time. So thank you so much for driving down here
Of course.
to do this. I hope it was a good experience for you too.
Of course.
I'm
Because
glad you have words.
It was
I don't have words.
incredible. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my God.
So safe bet we'll be at the show.
Yes, guys.
And so will you. Get
guys.
your tickets.
Seriously, go online, buy your tickets now. In fact, you know what? Here's what I think you should do. Because sometimes the Rex, if things sell out, they'll add an extra date.
Mm-hmm.
So, y'all, go buy your tickets like yesterday. And pressure the Rex into getting him there for another show. That's what I want to see, guys.
Yeah, that would be, well, if it's okay with you.
Yeah. I mean, if you're down
That's
for it.
presupposing you don't have another date
Right,
like
yeah,
the next
right,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm from Las Vegas, but my family does live in Maryland, and I'm always happy to come.
Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm really trying.
You know what to do. Go to the Facebook page
Okay,
on the website.
Okay, guys, seriously though, you gotta go. We will be there. No questions asked. Reminder, it is Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and 24th, 8 p.m. Doors open at 7 p.m. Is there anything else we're missing?
Yeah, Lindsay, we watched a spoon literally bend in front of our eyes.
I know!
And
like...
it's hard to imagine that we actually even saw that.
I know. My brain is still trying to compartmentalize this.
Yeah.
Well,
needless to say, we have the utmost respect for you, and we're very glad we got to meet you as a friend, too.
Yes.
What a great guy.
Thank you
Definitely.
so much for
Come back
joining
again.
us. Yes,
All right.
please.
Every year, come back and bend another spoon, and we'll promote
There you
your
go.
shows. But thanks again. We'll see you all at the Rex.
All right. Stay right there, guys. We'll be right back to close out this episode. Welcome back.
So is that a surprise or what?
Yes! Oh my gosh. Guys, you have no idea how hard it was to keep that secret from you. Me and James, we were dying. We have known about this guest for, I don't know, the last month.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I remember when they announced that he was going to be at the Rex. Oh God, I was so nervous. I reached out. I found out his contact info. I called him. Sweetest man ever.
Lindsay made it happen.
Oh my gosh. And he's brilliant and just such a cool guy. Go to the Rex. Seriously, guys. He has 2 opportunities to go see that show. Get your butt over there. You won't regret it.
And don't miss a single episode of this show because you never know who you're going to see next.
That is very true. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. As always, we like to invite you guys, the viewers, to let us know of any events that you think should be covered right here on the ArtsFam Podcast. If you'd like to contact us, you can reach us by any of these means right over here. As always, thank you so much, you beautiful human beings, for joining us on the ArtsFam Podcast. We'll see you next week.
See you soon.